No.
Hi, my name is McKenna and I'm a part of Team 8651. Wait for it, and these are my team members.
I'm Logan.
I'm Christian.
And today we're going to be showing y'all how to make a Scratch video game. So first, for what you're going to start out is you're going to head to Scratch, and you're going to pick out your background and your sprite. Now first, you're going to click on the background's icon at the bottom right of the page, okay? Alright, so now we're going to use the stars background. So you're just going to look it up. Okay, next we need some sprites. So we're going to go to the sprites, which are also in the bottom right. And they have a little cap on them. Then you're going to select the sun and the stars. So you should have the sun and star sprites. Then lastly, you're going to go back to sprites and you're going to go up and pick the paintbrush. And you're going to select the paintbrush and then change your fill color to yellow and increase your brush stroke to 10. Now draw a simple yellow line. This is going to be our laser. Alright, so your screen should look something like this. Now make sure you have the sun selected and we can start programming. Alright, so to start off your sun, you're going to click on the code tab and then click on events and drag in the when clicked block. We need a timer. So after that, you're going to go to SynSync and you're going to drag the reset timer block underneath so it starts every time we play. Then you're going to go to motion and drag a go to X and Y block. This keeps our sun in the center of the game. So you're going to set the go to Y, X and Y block values to 0. Then you go to Control tab, drag a forever block underneath, and then go to Motion and drag the point towards block inside the forever block. And you're not going to change the default. Alright, so before we tell the sun how to move, let's change the size of the sun. So below the screen is the size. So you're going to change it to 50. Alright, now let's work on the second sun script. So we're going to go back to the sun and we're going to go to the events and you're going to drag another when clicked block. Then you're going to go to variables and make a variable named timer. You're going to check for the all sprites button. Now drag the set my variable block underneath. So you're going to go beneath the list of variables and select timer from the drop-down menu. Then you're going to set the timer variable to 60. Then you're going to go to Control and drag the forever block under the set timer block. Now drag the wait block and place it inside the forever block. Alright, so now we're going to make the timer run down. So you're going to go to variables. Then you're going to drag the change block under the wait block. And you're going to select timer and set it to -1. Then you're going to go back to the controller again and drag an if-then block under the change block. To make the timer stop at 0, we need a block from operators. So you're going to drag the equal sign operator block on top of the shape in the if-then block. Then you're going to select the right field and set it to 0. You're going to go to variables and drag the timer on top of the left field. Right, now we're almost done. Let's add some sound. So we're going to click sound. I'm going to drag play sound pop until done in the if-then loop. And don't change the defaults. Then you're going to select control and drag a stop all block and place it under play sound block.
Okay, so now that we've finished up all of our code for our sun, we can start working on our star. So again, we're going to go into events and grab one of these when start clicked blocks. We're going to go to variables and we'll want to make a variable called score. We will then get another one of these set my variable blocks and choose score from our drop-down menu and have it set to 0. Next, we'll go into looks and grab a hide block. After that, we're going to go into control and get another one of our forever blocks and place it underneath that hide block. Still in control, we're going to grab one of these create clone of myself blocks and put it inside of our forever loop. We're going to grab one of these wait blocks and put it under our create clone block and set it to 15. Okay, now we're going to start a second script where we'll grab when I start as a clone to start this script off. We will go to motion and grab a go to random position. We will then in motion grab one of these point in direction blocks right here. We'll then go into operators and grab a pick random and put it inside where you see the 90. We'll then keep this one at 1 and change this one in the right field to 360. Okay. Now we're going to go back into looks and grab a show block and put it under our point and direction block. Then we'll grab another forever loop out of control and place it underneath our show block. And now we're going to go back into motion and get this block, our move 10 steps block, but we'll set that 10 to a 12. And then right under that in our forever loop is going this if on edge bounce, which means if our stars hit any of the edges of our screen, they're going to bounce around. Okay, so we're going to go back into control, get an if then loop, put it inside of our forever loop underneath our if on edge bounce. We're also going to want to take, because this is necessary to what we're about to do, we'll want to take our laser, which is currently called Sprite 1, and rename it to Blast. Okay, now we can go back into our star script. We can grab a block out of sensing. It's touching mouse pointer, but we'll set it to touching blast. We will then, we'll need to create a sound or add a sound. You can go into the add sound at the bottom left-hand corner, and we're going to search Zoop. You can then select Zoop and go back to your code. Okay, so now we go into sound, we can get start sound, Zoop, and put it in our if-then loop. We can go into control or variables and get a change variable, and we will set my variable to score and change this 1 to a 3. Okay, now we will go into control again and get a delete this clone and put it right under our change score. Okay, so now we're going to work on the third and final script for this. This is going to be another when I start as clone. We will add a wait block from control and set that to 4. We will get this repeat block and leave that at 10. Okay, now we can grab out of looks, change color effect by, we'll set color to the ghost effect and set it to 10. Now we will add a wait block right under this effect and change it to 0.25. And finally, we'll add a delete this clone block right under there. Now what you'll want to do is, so that we have more than one star, you'll want to right click and press this duplicate button. Now, we don't want all of our stars to be the same, so we will change our first star to a size of 40, our second star to a size of 60, and we'll leave star 3 at 100. Also, what you'll want to do is for star 2, you'll want to change your wait time here to 5. And then you'll go into star 3 and change that same wait time to 3. Now we'll want to change the score value. So we'll want to have our smallest star worth more points than our larger stars. So keep star 1 at a value of 3. Star 2 will be worth 2 points. You can change in your change score block. Then we want star 3 to be worth only 1 point as our largest star. Okay. Now lastly, we can start on our actual laser. So we're going to go into events, grab our when start clipped. We will go into looks and grab another hide block. Okay, then we'll go into control and get another forever loop. Okay, now we will get an if-then loop and place it inside of this forever loop. We'll go into sensing and get this is the if key is pressed, which right now the default is space. We can change that to up arrow. Okay, so once that's done, you can go into control, get the create clone of myself. We will add a wait block with a wait time of 0.15. Okay, now we can grab a when I start as clone. We will go into motion, grab another go to XY block, and this one will also be 0 for both X and Y. Then we will get this go to and set it to sun. Now we will grab a point in direction block from motion. And we will go back into sensing to grab this that says background of stage and place it in that point direction. We will choose sun where it says stage and direction. Okay. Now we'll go back into looks and grab a show block and place it right under there and a repeat until right from our control tab. Okay, next we can go back into sensing and get one of these touching blocks and place it in our repeat until loop and select edge. Okay, then we'll go into motion and get the move 10 steps and place that in our repeat until. And then finally, we will take this, delete this clone block and place that at the end of this code. So if all of this is put together right, you should end up with a game that looks something like this. If you have any issues with once you try to run the game, just make sure you go back in the video and make sure everything's in the proper order and in the correct loop and that you have all your values the same. Also, if you want to, you can change point values, add more stars, change up your sprites, really do whatever you want with this. We also have another video of a game on Scratch where you catch apples. So if you're interested in this game, definitely go check that out. But other than that, we hope you guys had fun watching, and yeah, thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you.